Welcome back to my channel Lomzy Sews. In today's sewing tutorial, I'm going to show you how I cut and sew this boho jumpsuit. You can see it has no waist joining and it's very simple and it's beginner friendly. So I'm going to take you step by step on how I cut this boho jumpsuit. If this is what you like to learn, make sure not to click off because you're going to learn something very important and nice today. If this is your first time coming across my channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notification bell icon. Let's start with the tutorial. I will be using this 3 yards of crepe fabric. It's crepe, you can see the fabric how it is. So we are going to be drafting on a pattern paper. So first I'm going to mark out my border line, which will now be my center front. So I'm marking in 4 inches. I'm marking out 4 inches because this is for plus size. If it's on the slim side, you can use 3 inches. So next, this is going to serve as my temporary center front. So first thing this will be the shoulder, next is the armhole length, and then the waistline. The armhole length I'm using is 10 inches, the waistline is 17.5. So I'll just go ahead and square these two lines out. So now this is the shoulder or the neckline, this is the armhole line, this is the waistline. So next, from this waistline we are going to get the remaining measurement. So from the waist to the crotch length, the crotch length I'm using is 12.5. I'm going to square that line out. So whatever your crotch length is, that's what you're going to impute here. You don't need the hip line. So from the waistline also, you go down to the length of the jumpsuit. So next, you're going to get the center front. So from this temporary center front, I'm going to mark another center front, which is also the amount of the crotch extension. So I'm using 3 inches. So I'm going to mark 3 inches as my crotch extension, and this is because also it's for plus size. So if this is not for a plus size, then you can do 2.5 or 2 inches depending on your size. So this is 3 inches. Now this is the main center front. So from here I'm going to take the body, the circumference of the body and the shoulder. So first I'm going to divide the shoulder into 2 and mark it. I square it down on the armhole line. So for the bust circumference, you're going to divide your bust divided by 4, and whatever you have, add 1 inch for sewing allowance and 1.5 inches for ease, and then connect that line to the armhole curve to make an alter neck. So I forgot to fold this place first of all, so that that will be for the sewing allowance for the neckline, joining on the neckline, but later on I'm going to add that. So from the shoulder line, you connect to the side seam. I will show you. I'm sorry, that went off camera. So next, this is the crotch length, right? So the next thing you're going to do is to connect this like this. You should know how to make a trouser by now. So you're going to connect this like this, and that is it. Please pay attention here. So this is the side seam, right? Next thing we're going to do is at the hem, you're going to make this jumpsuit an A-line shape. So from the center front, I'm going to mark like 36 inches and then connect it to the side seam. Can you see what I'm doing? Just connect it straight so that the jumpsuit will have this A-line effect. If you have a longer ruler, you can use that, but I'm joining all my rulers to help me get this because this is quite huge. Yeah, you can see how the jumpsuit is. So after connecting it, next thing you're going to do is to come up from the hem. You go up 5.5 inches, and then you're going to connect it as you see me doing. So with this, the front pattern is ready. You can see how it is. It's ready. So this is the front. With this, we're going to go over to the back. So the only difference is the crotch extension. Here I'm marking 3.5 inches, and I'll connect it. Then I'm going to just connect from the center front like that and go to the crotch extension. So guys, this is the only thing you need to do. So this will be for the front and this will be for the back. So I'll cut out this place now, and then we use it to cut the back first. So I'm just going to cut this out. So you see where I'm cutting out now. So when I place this on the fabric, I will cut out the back. Then later I will now cut the front. I hope you understand. If you have watched this video till this time and you have not given it a thumbs up, what are you waiting for? Have you not gotten value? Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not subscribed. And for my returning subscribers, you guys, I've missed you guys a lot. I've not been seeing your comments recently. Please help me to give this video a comment, and I'm saying thank you in advance. Okay, so the pattern is ready for us to use, right? So you remember, you can cut this straight on your fabric, and this is really huge. If you don't have a big wide table, make sure you cut on the floor. So here I have to come down 1 inch like this to just give this little shape so that the neckline can relax properly. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out. Remember, on the fabric I'm going to add 1/2 inch sewing allowance here. Okay, so this is it after cutting it out. As you can see, I'll show you. You see how it is. So for the neckline, I also added the 1/2 inch. I show you. You can see it. So this is the back. I told you the back first. So the first thing I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go ahead and sew here. So from the top, you come down like 10 inches, and you're going to add zipper to it. If you want, you can. If you don't want to add zipper to it, then you can come down lower. So this is it after joining it, leaving that place open. So next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the front. So set that aside and then trim off the back section. So you can see the places I'm trimming off, which is going to be the back. So with this front, this is what I cut out for the front. As you can see, I have notched where I'm going to insert pocket, side pocket. What I just did was just to come down 9 inches from the armhole and then mark the notch point. So I'll just go ahead and add pocket to that and also close the center front. After sewing it, this is how it's looking. I've added the side pocket. So I'm going to bring the back panel, place it right side facing together, and then sew the side seam and also sew the inside leg. So you go ahead and sew the inside leg. Then you're going to hem the armhole and also gather the neckline. So this is it after doing all of that. You can see how they are looking. Next, we are going to go over to the collar. Remember, it will have a standing collar, or if you want, you can use a cord on the neckline. So first of all, I'm going to be drafting the collar stand. is going to be a standing collar stand. So use your neck circumference, whatever it is. You can see my pattern paper is on fold. So whatever your neckline is, your natural neckline, divide that by 2 and mark it here. Then square it up. Then from here, you're going to measure your back neckline. You mark it. And then from the center front, you're going to go up 1.5 inches. And then you are going to connect this like so. Then from there, you're going to measure out the length of the height of the collar, the standing collar. I'm using 1.25. If you have not used this method to make a standing collar, try this out. You will like it. So after cutting it, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out. Remember, this is on a pattern paper, so I'm going to place this on collar gum and cut out. So just go ahead and cut it out from your interfacing that you're using. Remember, you don't need to add any sewing allowance. It's on your fabric that you add sewing allowance. So this is it. So I'm going to adhere this to the fabric like this and sew it. After sewing it, this is how it's looking. Next is to sew the collar to the jumpsuit. So you're going to place this. Make sure you're using your pin to pin it down first so that it will be easy for you to sew. You see this with the sewing allowance. I'm going to pin it down on the neckline, starting from the back. You pin it down like this, using the one that has the sewing allowance. Pin it and pin all around, and then you now sew it. So after sewing it, guys, this is how it's looking. Very, very neat, right? Yeah. So I'll wear it so you see. So this is the outcome, guys. I hope this was helpful. If it is, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and share this video out to your community.